Hello everyone, this is lesson 1 on ratio and proportion, and it's answering the question, what is a ratio? Well, by the way, these are my hands. A ratio is just a way of comparing quantities. Okay, so for example, I have a bit of Ribena here, it's my favourite juice. And I have some dried milk powder in this store cupboard, which is a good ingredient, and I have some stock cubes, fish stock cubes, my favourite. So all of these, if you're cooking something, you are given a mixture of quantities to make the product nice. So let's, for example, start with the Ribena. Okay, if I just get a piece of paper here. The Ribena says on the label, it's not very easy to read on the can, but the Ribena says, I hope you can see this, for a 250 milliliter serving, 1 part Ribena and 4 parts water. So there's a total of 5 parts, and you might be able to see that if there's a 250 milliliter serving, then each part is 50 milliliter. So you'd pour 50 milliliters of the Ribena into your glass and then add another 200 milliliters of water. Okay, I'll just do that for the science, for Miss Palmer's science students. 250 milliliters of water. Okay, so that's comparing amounts, the amount of juice to the amount of water. Okay, let's have a look at one of these bad boys. Different example. Okay, so here's a stock cube. I'm sure you'll love your fish stock cubes. And if we look at the packet instructions, I don't know if you can read that, it says 1 stock cube and 450 milliliters of water. So 1 stock cube plus 450 milliliters of water, good old H2O, and you can see that actually this entire packet, there are 8 cubes and its mass is 80 grams, so 1 stock cube, that's 10 grams. Each milliliter of water, its mass is 1 gram too. So if we say that 450 milliliters of water is also 450 grams, okay, we can see that there will be a total weight, total mass I should say, of 450 plus 10, so total would be 460 grams. 10 of those grams would be the stock cube, 450 grams would be the water. Okay, so we would write that as 10 to 450, stock cube to water. Now we can cancel that down a little to make it easier, just knock off the zeros. So it's 1 part stock cube to 45 parts water. Okay, and that's how we write a ratio. We have this colon in between. 1 part of stock cube, 45 parts of water. And then finally, you can see instructions here for milk powder. It says 20 grams of powder and 200 milliliters of water. Okay. So this is a little bit more difficult to compare because, oh actually no, if we just compare the masses, that's fine. 20 grams of milk powder to 200 millilitres of water. Let me get another piece of paper and show you how we would do that. Okay, so 20 grams of milk powder to 200 grams of water, 200 grams or millilitres of water. So to put that in its simplest form, let's cancel down some zeros. 2 to 20, we can simplify that further by dividing both sides by 2. 1 to 10. So the way you make up your milk powder in whatever amount is you put 1 part milk powder by mass and 10 parts water by mass. Okay, now your homework, your work for this lesson as it were, is to go around your house and home and look for ratios in ingredients. So some things you might look out for are super noodles, any soups, dried soups, things like that, and also squashes. Okay, you might have double concentrates. Think about how you would make that up compared to double concentrates. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'll see you next lesson where we will look at some exam questions and we'll go through those together. Okay, thank you very much.